All right, another math lesson, and today what we're going to be doing is a little bit of an exercise. We're required, as the objective states in the syllabus, to solve problems involving marked price, selling price, cost price, profit, loss, and discount. Now, we already solved some problems when we introduced it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give some more complex problems and see how we can solve these complex problems with the same things that we already learned. So let me just put the topic for today. So today is just going to be an exercise. All right, so it's just going to be an exercise, a regular exercise, and the objective that it's going to achieve, and this is the objective outlined in the syllabus, is to solve problems involving marked price, selling price, price, cost, price, profit, and profit, loss, or discount. All right, so we're basically solving problems that may involve one of these, and we're going to look at more complex problems. Again, this is an objective straight from the syllabus. So the first problem that we're going to look at, problem number 1, is going to deal with complex discount. You know what, let me just put this here. So problem 1, and we're going to call this a complex discount calculation. Right, I'm going to put this in yellow, and then I'm going to put the question in white. All right, so the question is that a store offers a 20% discount on all items. All right, during a sale, an additional 10% discount is applied to the already discounted price. If the marked price of a jacket is $200, what is the final selling price? All right, so for this problem, and I'm going to solve it with, let's use this color here. Right? Let's use this color here. So I'm going to solve this by first breaking down the problem so that we can see exactly what information we're getting from it. So a store offers 20% discount on all items. So this is a key piece of information here, 20% discount on all items. During a sale, an additional 10% discount. So additional 10% discount is applied to an already discounted price. And the marked price of the jacket is, $200. What is the final selling price? So the first thing we want to do is we want to find out what the first discount did. So the first discount, so the solution, the first discount is 20%, not 2%, 20% of $200, which is the same as saying 20 divided by 100 multiplied by 200, cancel, and this here is $40. All right, so the first discount is $40. Now, the price after the first discount, and let me just write that here. So the price after the first discount would be given by $200 minus $40, which is $160. So that's the price that it has. Now we get an additional discount on top of that. So the additional discount will be 10% of that $160, which is equivalent to 10 over 100 times 160, cancel, and we get a $16 discount. So the final selling price will be $160 minus $16, and that works out to be approximately 60 minus 16 is 44, so 144. Right? It's 4 right here. And that is the end of that solution. Okay, let's go on to another problem. And again, put it in yellow. So problem number 2, we say profit and loss percentage. All right, and the problem is as follows. We're going to say a shopkeeper bought 100 pens at $2 each. He sold 60 pens at $3 each. Next page. And the remaining 40 pens at $1.50 each. We're required to calculate the overall profit and loss percentage. All right. So again, what I will do is I will extract the information that I have from this question, and let's extract the information. So a shopkeeper bought 100 pens at $2 each. So 100 pens at $2 each. He sold 60 pens at $3 each. So 60 pens at $3 each. And the remaining 40 pens at $1.50 each. So 40 pens at $1.50 each. Calculate the overall profit or loss percentage. Okay, so let's go about calculating that now. So first off, we want to figure out the total cost price. So total cost price would be 100 times 2, which is equivalent to $200. Then we want to figure out how much money we make from selling everything. So we want to figure out the total selling price. So the selling price of 60 pens, that's the first one that we want to look at, would be 60 times $3 each, which, not $30, $3 each, which works out to be $180. Then we're looking to sell the additional 40 pens. So the selling price of 40, well, I should say remaining 40 pens is going to be equivalent to 40 times the $1.50 that we have here. Let me show you. So 40 pens at $1.50 each. So we have here 40 times $1.50 each, and that means 1.5. So half of 40 is 20. 1 of 40 is 40. So 40 and 20 is 60. So we make $60 here. All right. So $60 from selling the remaining 40 pens. The total selling price is the was it 300? No, it was 180. Right. The total selling price is the total $180 plus the total of $60, which gives us a total of $240. All right, so now we have this total selling price, we can figure out our profit. So the profit or loss, so we don't know yet, the profit or loss is going to be the selling price minus the cost price. So we're going to take our $240, which is the selling price, and minus our cost price, which is $200. And we get that we make a $40 profit. So we identify this as profit because the value is positive, so profit. All right, so we take the selling price and we minus the cost price, and we get this as a positive value, so it tells us profit, and this amount is $40, so a $40 profit. So since it's a profit, we determined we're going to work on the percentage profit, which is going to be our $40 divided by the original cost price of $200 times our 100%. 100 into 101, 100 into 202, 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 40, 20, and we're getting a value of 20%, and that is a 20% profit that we need. All right, next we'll go on to the other problem. So let's do problem 3, and this one is combining discounts and profit. All right, so we're combining discount and profit in this problem here. Let's go and look at the problem. So a retailer buys a batch of smartphones at $150 each and marks them at $200 each. He offers a discount of 15% on the marked price and still makes a profit. Calculate the percentage profit. All right, so for this one, I will go ahead and extract information again. So a retailer buys smartphones at, sorry, this is supposed to be white. All right, let's solve this one and extract the information from it. First off, we know that smartphones are bought at $150 each, so that's the cost price. And if he marks them at $200 each, then that means that this is the marked price. He offers a discount of 15% on the marked price and still makes a profit, and you're required to calculate the percentage. Okay, so we extracted all the information already. That means our marked price is $200. We have next a discount on that marked price, which is 15% of $200. And then we have the finished calculation of that. 15 over 100 times 200, 0, 0, 0, 0. 15 by 2 is going to be 30, and we're looking at $30 discount. All right, so then that means we are getting a selling price. So selling price is going to be that $200 minus that $30, and we're getting $170. Okay, now the next thing we have to do is we're going to look at the profit. So the profit is going to be your selling price, which is the $170, minus your cost price, which is $150, and we make a profit of $20. Now we have to figure out the percentage profit. Percentage profit, let me just write that here, percentage profit is going to be equivalent to that $20 divided by the cost price, which is $150, times this 100 that we have here. Okay, so 0 here, 0 here. 5 into this, 3, not 2, 3. 5 into this, 2. So then we have $40, sorry, not dollar sign, percentage sign. Percentage sign 40, so 20 by 2 is 40, divided by 3 by 1, which is 3. And this would be equivalent to, well, I should give the exact value. So this here would be 1 carry 1 with 3, that's 13, and then 1 remainder, so 1 on 3%. So 13 and a 30% is his profit. Let's go on to the next one. Problem 4 is going to deal with your profit margin calculation, and this will be the last one that we work on. So let's just do that. Problem 5. And we say profit margin calculation. All right. And let's see. So first thing is that a trader buys goods for $5,000. He sells part of the goods worth $3,000 at a 10% profit, and the rest at a 20% loss. We're required to calculate the trader's overall profit or loss percentage. All right, so let's go with the solution. So let's extract information from this problem. So we're saying a trader buys goods for $5,000, so that's his cost price. He sells part of the goods worth $3,000 at a 10% profit. So $3,000 is sold at a 10% profit. $3,000 of the goods is sold at a 10% profit. And the rest is at a 20% loss. You're required to calculate the overall profit or loss percentage. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to identify what profit he made on the first part. So profit on the first part, well, profit on the first $3,000, right? We can check that as 10% of 3,000, and that would be equal to 10 divided by 100 multiplied by 3,000 and we get $300. All right. Next, we're going to look at the loss he took on the next part. So the loss on the remaining $2,000, and that is ideally 20%. So 20% of $2,000, and we know that is 20 divided by 100 times 2,000, 1212, and we have $400. So he lost $400 on this remaining 2,000. Let's first figure out the selling price, the overall selling price that he had, right? So overall selling price. All right, so the first part was a 10% profit on $3,000. So that means we're going to need that $3,000 plus that additional $300. And that is the first selling price on the first part. The first $3,000, this is the selling price on it. Next, we're going to look at the selling price on the remaining part of it, which is the $2,000. And we're seeing that we're going to take away $400 from this. So we're going to add up the amount to $2,000 minus $400. All right. And this total here would come down to what? This is 3300. And then this here is 1600. And then I'm going to add these two together and I get 49. So $4900. So that is the overall selling price, right? So if that is the overall selling price, then the overall gain would be a selling price, which is 4900 minus your initial cost, which is 5,000. And we're seeing that we're going to get a negative $100. So negative meaning that we had a loss, and it's a loss of $100. So that means that the percentage loss, and let me just make sure and identify that this is a loss. So the percentage loss would be equivalent to the $100 divided by the 4,000, divided by the 5,000 times 100%. 2 zeros go here, 2 zeros go here, 1 here, 1 here. 5 into this is 2, and we have a 2% loss. All right, so that's the answer for that one, and that is the final problem that we're going to look at. Let me show you how to calculate percentages quickly with your calculator. So if we want to find 10% of 3,000, replace this of with a multiplication symbol and just simply use the percentage symbol at the end. Let me show you. So 10% of 3,000 would be equal to 300. All right. So when you want to work out 10% of some value, you can just take the percentage, multiply that value by whatever value you want to find the percentage of, and use the percentage symbol, and you will get your answer. So $300 is the 10% of 3,000. And it works with many of them. For example, at one point we did 10% of 160. And notice the answer is 16, like we got. And then we had to find at one point 20% of $200. And notice that that calculates to 40. All right, so you can use your calculator to work out percentages. So if you have to find 10% of some quantity, just use the percentage symbol after you multiply the percentage by the quantity. All right, so if my percentage is 42% of 863, we use that percentage symbol and we're able to get that percentage there. Sorry, that fraction of the value there. So this here represents 362 is approximately 42% of 863. All right. All right, so that's the end of this lesson, and I will see you tomorrow when we do another lesson. Enjoy the rest of your day.